Everyone in this room may define themselves as being in the beauty business, but in today's world, we must also all be in the purpose business, empowering individuals, embracing transparency, personalizing experiences, and helping people live their most connected life of meaning. And this is critical for brands and businesses. And having spent almost 40 years transforming and accelerated businesses in retail, media, sports, and digital, I'm thrilled to now have the opportunity to lead the transformation of Weight Watchers from the undisputed leader in weight management to a leader in health and wellness for the world. From the day that Jean Nidetch started Weight Watchers in 1963, creating a unique program for weight loss and a powerful community for inspiration, to today, 55 years later, we bring the science of healthy eating, the inspiration of community, and now the personalization and digitization of a technology experience platform. We've changed the lives of people and their families. But the greatest opportunity to create a seismic change lies in front of us. So what I want to talk about today is the changing landscape of consumer truths and how profound they are for all our businesses, the current paradox of wellness and the acute need to solve for it, and how we at WW are rethinking our brand and our business and empowering people to redefine and own what healthy means to them. Because we want all people to embrace their healthy, and we want to empower them to live the best life they can for themselves. The world is evolving at a rapid pace, as is consumer behavior, fueled by rapid advances in technology, transparent social ecosystem, globalization, and the reality of 24/7 connectivity. But to get to the core of criticality, we launched a comprehensive global project to understand both qualitatively and quantitatively consumer behavior in real time and to determine which elements would inform our future. And we synthesized mountains of data into 6 global consumer truths that were profound enough to influence the creation of our transformation strategy, and I want to share them. The first is that people want inspiration, not just information. They want to be empowered by others sharing their journey. They want stories of hope and meaning that they can relate to. And today, healthy is the new skinny. It's not about telling people about BMIs or a number on a scale. People want to define what their healthy is. And it's no different than people today wanting to define their own definition of beauty. And people want healthy habits that fit into their lives, not the other way around. 10 years ago, habit may have been a negative connotation. Today, it's being embraced. But they want to personalize every aspect of how they integrate those habits into their and their families' lives. And it's not about lifestyle. It's about livability. The days of airbrush fantasy lives are just not reality. People desperately want real. And community is essential. So in the book, The Revenge of Analog, it clearly shows how in a hyper-connected world, people still want community and are looking for human interaction. Not just digital interaction, they want both. And finally, people crave purpose and value trust above all else. And for those of us who have businesses and we're attracting young talent, that's table stakes for an employer or as a brand. However, it was very interesting. At the same time we were amassing all of this insight and data, we also discovered a profound paradox that exists in the world today. That despite all the advances in science and food production, eating healthy has never felt more complicated. People are overwhelmed and confused about all the mixed messages, and they don't know where to go for the truth. It's what we refer to as an impotence of abundance. People are frozen with everything they're being bombarded with. And this is not just true for the food industry. Think about all the messages in the beauty industry. Brands have to lift up and help people find the truth. And we're spending more time and money than ever before on wellness, but we've never been more unhealthy. On one hand, the global wellness economy is exploding now north of 3.7 trillion, and the beauty business alone is 1 trillion. And the lines between beauty and wellness are disappearing. Everyone thinks they're a wellness brand. Private equity is accelerating investment in health and wellness. Retail's devoting more real estate. Nobody wants to admit to or use the word diet, and we're all obsessed with a $20 smoothie and a $50 face mask. But we have never been more unhealthy. Global obesity rates are at an all-time high. The trickle-down effect of disease is dramatic, and this is having an acute effect globally for people, for employers, and for all communities. And this crisis is even greater in underserved communities. Health does not discriminate. Obesity does not discriminate. And why should access? We want to democratize wellness, and we can solve that paradox. So with the knowledge of these consumer truths and the immense challenge of the paradox, we brought a diverse group together from all over the world and from every discipline in the company to create what we're calling our Impact Manifesto, the true impact that we want to have on the world in our quest to solve the paradox. And it begins with our purpose. We inspire healthy habits for real life, for people, for families, communities, the world, for everyone. And on February 7th, we held a 1.5-hour event at Alice Tully Hall with 1,000 employees attending and another 18,000 watching via live stream on Facebook Workplace to galvanize the organization around this purpose, our fundamentals, our tenets, and our bold moves to achieve our vision. But an even bolder move in transparency, we decided to make the event public and to share our brand, our vision, and our plan to the world. So it's become not just an internal guidepost, but an external statement of who we are as a brand and a business, and how if we achieve our vision, not only will we deliver a financial return on equity, we will have changed people's lives, nudged industry and society toward higher standards, and deliver a human return on equity. But to achieve this transformation, we had to look at our business in a much more comprehensive and holistic way. So truly 4 quadrants define our 360 model and our strategy. And 80% is around our unique value proposition of our member community, built around the best in behavior science, human-centric community, and truly becoming a technology experience company. And then about 20% are around the product and experiences that can expose our brand to those who may not know us, as well as help support our members' journeys. And we had to build it on fundamentals, and they're the underpinning of our manifesto. And these are universal truths on how we work together internally and externally. The first is to have a global mindset. It doesn't matter where your business is. We're in a global world, and every person has to think of themselves working globally and have a diversity mindset at the core of everything. And then the second is to be brand-led and engender trust. Then put a strategic financial lens on it. And then third is aim to have human impact, human-centered, impact-driven, and innovation-fueled. And we built tenets as the core and the unique promise we make to all we serve, and their way of translating our purpose into how we show up as a company and a brand. And the first is around helping you build powerful habits based in science. We have a chief scientific officer, an academic advisory board, and everything we do around holistic wellness, what you put in your body, how you move your body, and how you can enter a greater state of mindfulness by engaging all parts of your mind to be truly present. Everyone asks me who our competition is. And they're surprised when I say our competition are people thinking they can get healthy themselves. Only 5% of people use a commercial weight loss program. We want to be there for the other 95%. And we turn science into healthy, life-changing habits, small yet powerful elements of change that over time shape the way we live and how we ultimately feel and who we become. And you heard that we believe in the ripple effect of change, because it's true, when one person adopts healthy habits, their families get healthier, their communities get healthier, and they inspire their colleagues and their friends. Freestyle, which is our healthy eating program, which was launched in December, was 2 years in development, and it's the simplest, most livable program in the company's history, and it's attributable to our highest subscriber base, as well as our highest retention in the history of the company. And then second, we enable you to find and form inspired communities and build lives of health and joy and connection, inspiring everyone on a shared journey. So our 4.6 million members who embrace our digital community, which is WW Connect, and our 1.6 million members who attend 30,000 meetings a week led by 8,600 coaches are inspired every day. But we're also building an influencer community that reflects the diversity of who we want to reach, and nobody knows that better than the beauty industry. We're also bringing community to the community. So this is the largest kitchen food truck that exists, went to 20 cities on tour, and we did freestyle events. And actually this weekend, we will be at Harlem Eat Up partnering with Marcus Samuelson, also bringing healthy living to the community. And then we just finished our third WW cruise. So think of 1,000 people on the sea sharing community together. It's interesting. When I came into the company, I looked and I said, you know, I don't think people only want to get healthy in January. So why is everything in January? Just look at Google Trends. We want to be about healthy 365. So I don't know if any of you were here, but I was at this same summit in 2010, and we were about to launch Mary J. Blige's first fragrance that July. And I was new to the beauty industry. And I got asked why we weren't launching in the fourth quarter. And I said, well, I think women want to be inspired and feel good about themselves all year round. And we ended up selling 60,000 bottles of fragrance in one day in July. So we're the ones that create these limited boundaries, and we can all create new opportunities for our business. So we're launching a campaign called Summer of Impact, Food, Family, Fun, and Healthy, integrating the first integration of Refer a Friend in our app, our first social impact campaign to help underserved communities to have greater access to fresh food, and we'll be taking Freestyle on the road to meet people where they are. And our third tenet, we know you and meet you where you are. This is all about personalization, and it has to be apparent in everything. And you heard, we want to be the everything app for wellness. And to give you some statistics, 1.3 million unique members a month sync with a fitness device. 2 million integrate with Connect, our social platform. 2.6 million use our proprietary barcode scanner, and you can scan probably 97.5% of every food will scan for our points values. And 260 million foods are tracked every month. And what we think of that is 260 million opportunities for engagement. We have click to chat for 24/7 support, and we're launching our first loyalty and rewards program in the company's history this October. But it's not about how much you spend. You're rewarded for the actions you take to get healthy, and you can redeem that for products, experiences, et cetera. And our app also creates communities with immediate reinforcement of messaging, and as we integrate more data and AI to personalization. And what we want it to be is the first thing you look at in the morning and the last thing at night. So what we've done to have an extreme lens as we look and determine everything we are going to do moving forward, we created a purpose filter, and I'm a huge believer that everyone, as an individual, as a brand, as a business, needs a purpose filter. Actually, Oprah's an incredible example of what I would refer to as somebody who practices ultimate discretion, and it's more important what you decide not to do than what you decide to do. So for us, we're focusing our efforts on, will it recruit, will it retain, will it elevate the brand, and will it add value to people's lives? And as an example, we put all our products through the purpose filter. And we said if we are going to be a health and wellness brand, we have to get out of every single product that we sell that has an artificial ingredient, artificial sweeteners, or any product in it that doesn't live up to the values of the brand. And we made that decision. It was 70% of the products that we sell, because it's who we had to be. But what it's now enabling us to do is saying that we're going to own the healthy kitchen in food, in products, in chefs, in recipes, in video content. And we will be able to build a 10x business because we made that decision. We also used our purpose filter to say, how are we going to relaunch all our branding to be more relevant, to feel like a wellness brand, to be more human-centric, bold, transparent, and joyful, and consistent globally at everything we do, because a brand is the ultimate expression of purpose. So we're only in the early stages of our transformation, our journey, but we're already seeing the impact. So in closing, however, I would focus on asking ourselves one question as we all evolve. So I think for all of us, as individuals, as brands, as businesses, as humans, what we should be asking, what we should be listening to is a simple question. What's your why? What's the value you're creating? What's the impact you can have on the lives of others? And for WW, our why is to help everyone, everywhere, live their healthy. Thank you.